Normally, this is the time I was saying nothing to my shoulder, but oh my goodness, it's good to be back. It's good to be back, and I'm not just back. I'm back as the champion of Spain.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dugout Podcast.
Dugout.
My name is Adetola Oluwaseyi Robert.
And I'm Theophilus Osaige Agbonlaho.
Okay, yeah, straight to it. I mean,
wait, hold on, pause.
Yeah.
When you say that, okay, you're saying like very dark man. You know when I want to start, like, okay.
Well, yeah, come to copy. Yeah, it starts like that. Yeah. But moving on. We'll revisit that music. You just played Barcelona anthem. They just won the La Liga. Is it 28th or 29th La Liga?
28th.
28th La Liga. So they are in a good mood right now. I can see he has the jersey on. He has the old Rakuten jersey behind him there. So he's in a good mood. But we'll get back to that. Right now, first of all, thank you so much for all our diligence, our ever present subscribers.
Yeah, and very active. Very active as well.
I mean, we've not been dropping content for a while, and for reasons, well, obvious reasons anyway. I just had a baby. He's been ill, and everybody's trying to get body and soul back together. But now we're back, and we're going to be as back as we can be, consistently. As we can be, because we need to get our subscriber base up. So if you have not subscribed, hold up, pause the video, hit the subscribe button, put on the notification bell, and stick with us here on the Dugout Podcast. So,
well, it's been amazing. We thank you guys so much for sticking with us. Like he said, please subscribe, leave your comments, and we love the engagement and we appreciate it. So let's keep it up. So let's start. They say charity begins at home, Tola.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true that. True, very, very much true.
Remo Stars.
Yeah.
3 years ago. Pause.
Yeah, let's keep recording.
Okay.
Let me go get it up.
Hold on, who is that? Who are you?
Remo Stars 3 years ago. Sorry.
You just spoil our video. You just spoil our video.
And the mood that we started with. That's what we finished the intro.
Just if you know that you are not going to go and pee, come and help us produce. You are going to pee and come and produce. Sharp. So that I can give you credit.
So stay quiet on your movements. Remo Stars.
Alright, in 3, 2, 1. So, like they say, charity begins at home.
True.
Remo Stars. 3 years ago, I think they finished third or third or fourth in the league.
Is it 3 years ago? How about the time they were even trying to get promotion?
No, I'm even talking about when since they got back, which was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Let me say 4 seasons ago now. They finished fourth. They finished third. And last 2 years ago, they finished second. Mm-hmm. Last season, they finished second. And now they have won the league. Consistency.
True, that's the thing. They be very consistent.
Exactly. So what's your take on that?
I think first of all, management. We see this all over the world, in various clubs. When clubs are managed right, when things are done the right way. First of all, Nigerian players are not own salary. I've not had any case of anybody from Remo Stars saying that there was anybody being owed money. Staff, players, workers, everybody. Yeah. So if you run the run the club right. Yeah. First of all, it helps the mood across board.
Yeah.
First of all, everybody is in a high mood. Everybody's happy. That's one. 2, then the consistency of the players, improving. When you need a new player, you bring the new player in, you bring new stars in, and then I'm sure I'm not in the dressing room, I'm not in the board meeting. I'm sure there's a promise that the owner must have given to the coaches, the players, even the staff, that there's a dream. It didn't start yesterday, it didn't start last year. Like you said, 4 years ago when they got back. So the dream was the moment they decided to own a club.
Yes.
So I believe that the club was run right, and there was a dream, and the club had the right people in the right position at the right time.
Another thing I'm taking away from this is, I don't know if you've been to their stadium, but permit me to say this.
We should actually take a drive on it.
Yeah, permit me to say this. Barring the numbers that we have in Uyo and in Abuja, I think Remo Stars has the best stadium.
I've been told. I've seen video clips, but I never been there. You know what? Let's see. Hopefully, the first game of next season.
We could take a drive down to Remo.
If it's a home game, we'll go there.
Remo Stars has the best stadium in the country, and it talks about your work environment.
True.
Another thing I think works for them is their coach, Daniel Ogumodede. He's been there for a while. I know he had to, at the point. I know the owner of the club talking about Dr. Kunle Shishinam himself. He owns I think a couple of clubs in Portugal.
Yeah.
Daniel had gone on. The coach had gone on multiple trips, maybe around the world, just get training and whatnot. They stuck with him. They stuck with their manager, and that in itself, I feel, is key. Although maybe not for everybody, Arsenal have stuck with Arteta for so long, and yet after over
This is what we Arsenal fans are facing.
800 million spent.
What we're not even talking about Europe. We're talking about Nigeria. But Thier to bring us
been unable to deliver the league.
Hey,
Look at
Arsenal.
Coach Daniel, what are we talking about?
Carry on.
Exactly. So Coach Daniel has been able to deliver the league, and I think if you hear everybody talk about the ownership of the club, the management of the club, the structure of the club, it's all positive. You can't have a positive work environment and get negative results on the pitch. It's not possible. We always talk about this, that football for a lot of people is 90 minutes on the pitch, 120 minutes and then penalties.
Yeah.
But that's just maybe a match in 3 days. A lot more goes on before a ball is even kicked.
True.
From the boardroom down to the training sessions, down to recovery, down to nutrition, it's an entire industry. Big ups to Remo Stars. I'm really looking forward to them representing us on the continent and hopefully doing well. It's the start of many good things to come.
We're talking about, imagine a Nigerian team going to compete in the World Club
Cup,
first of all, the money.
The financial, oh my God, it's massive. It's really massive.
Exactly. And remember, we were saying that this is a privately owned team.
Yeah, privately owned.
Before we move to the next team, I want to ask you, what do you what does it mean? What does it mean for the Nigerian league to have a privately run team win the league? Because we always had teams backed up by government money.
It's always government money.
Unquote,
I think this is a conversation I've had with some of my very senior colleagues prior to now. And for us to even delve in more, I think they dropped a list of all the teams that have won the league. And I think the last time a privately run team won the league was sometime 2004. 2006, I think 04, 03, 06. I really can't remember now, but it's been always almost 20 years.
I'm not going to pretend I was following the league.
No. I wasn't equally following the league myself, but for research purpose, I think I was able to get one or two info on that. About 20 years, I think around the last time Arsenal won the league, it's not my fault. Whenever there's any negative comparison,
Arsenal fans not so far.
Somehow Arsenal just fits the bill. But around that time, so it's a good one. Remember when FC Ifeanyi run by the late Senator Patrick Ifeanyi, may God rest his soul. I remember they won the FA Cup one season. I think maybe I remember they played the final, but Testing Balogun. I was there. I saw that game. Interesting game, if you ask me.
True.
And I'm now seeing another private run team being run well, going on to win the league. I think it's good for the owners of the institution. It's good for the stakeholders. It's good for the shareholders to know that we could put our money to something and to yield positive results. True. The NPFL is gradually becoming a brand that quite a number of people want to be associated with. I, for one, I would not come out and mince words and say, I was the biggest fan of the NPFL. They literally had to win me over. I've had a lot of people come out and accuse us, people like us saying, we talk more about European leagues, we talk more about what is happening outside of our continent.
Yeah.
But that is where the money is. That is where the content is. People make a lot of money talking about the EPL here in Nigeria. And I'm in Nigeria where we have a league that for a while, I remember at the time during the World Cup in 2018, some people deemed it wise to pause our league to go and watch the World Cup. Then after the World Cup, come back and they resume the league. Meanwhile, Russia that hosted the World Cup, during the World Cup in Russia, the leagues were still on. Nigeria that was participating, that we knew we were not going there to go and win, just to participate. We stopped that. See, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something else.
Anyway, big ups to the under-20 team. I mean, they did their best, but they eventually lost to.
Their best are not enough.
Of course, it's not enough. We're expecting them to win now. I don't understand. Though.
Normally, your best should take you far now.
Anyway, well, at least big ups to them. I mean,
I was saying that South Africa beat us. I'm like, as long as it's not Ghana.
Imagine you say it's not Ghana. But South Africa is the next worst team to beat.
I'd rather take the second worst team.
Well, I mean, if Ghana had beaten us, they have been terrible. But you should have seen the way South Africans were.
No, they would have said we don't have light.
You should have seen the way South Africans.
They would have said we don't have light to win the match.
Like, they were actually happy. Go online on Twitter. Wait. So this really.
No, but that's the thing. Nigeria will probably not go to the next World Cup in the United States, Mexico, and Canada because of South Africa. They are actually not because of South Africa. The other teams ahead of us, but South Africa might clinch the automatic ticket, and deservedly so. If you run your football properly, you will get proper results. It's as simple as that. Let's not mince words, guys.
It's basically that.
Exactly.